Welcome back. Another interesting evening, and with every passing game, every passing season, Jurgen Klopp continues to write his name into Liverpool folklore. He quite rightly now stands alongside some of the greatest names associated with this football club, and we can hear from him now. He's talking to Des.
Jurgen, you qualified from the group. It felt like it was very controlled and calm, which is not the kind of words we used normally in an Atletico game.
Yeah, in the second half, of course. That's how it is. We have an incredible schedule. And even with controlling the game, we lost a player with injury, Bobby Firmino. So that's what you have to do. I can imagine that people even want to see more goals or whatever, but we created still then chances. So we scored a goal which was disallowed. We had incredible chances in front of the goal, like, wow, how could we miss them? So I think the game was nearly perfect, like you want to have it. We scored the goals in the right moment. They were much more on the front foot than they were in the home game, how they started. But we defended that well, obviously, and then two incredible balls from Trent, I have to say. Fantastic finishes as well, especially Sadio's one. I think Diogo would expect from himself that he finished that off. But Sadio keeps the ball, passes to the outside, and then is greedy enough to get in the right spot in the box and finish that situation off. So, and then with the red card, we don't like that. We don't want to play against 10 men. So, but then you have to really just be careful. They scored their goal, and don't know exactly how it was offside. I didn't understand it 100%. Did they deflect it or whatever? But in the end, it's 2-0. A great night. Yeah.
You said something before the game which was significant. You said they're a bit more streetwise than we are. We should not fight their fight. We should fight our own. That was good advice, as it turned out.
Oh yeah, we have no chance. We have no chance on that level. I don't say it's good or bad or whatever. It's just everybody is different in life, and you have to only use your own skill set and not try to what is that? Neutralize their skill set. We have to play our football, and that's what the boys did in most of the moments.
Yeah, I meant that in the context of the refereeing, because he was having nothing. He was making sure he was in complete control of the game.
He was, but I really hated the moment when I had to take off Sadio, because Sadio played an incredible game. But it's like you could see now everybody wanted, and my worry was that there's any kind of challenge in the air, where you never know exactly what happens there and where's the arm and stuff like this. And if one of them goes down and makes 3 times a rollover, then Sadio's off, and that would have been the wrong thing. So, but I didn't like it. But in the end, we had to do it.
It's a big boost to have 2 Champions League games now that you don't necessarily. You can experiment, you can rotate, you can do whatever you want in those games.
You know, you earn a lot of money to win if you win Champions League games. So not me personally. It's just for the club. It's important. So that's what we will do. But of course, the first target was to get through this group, and getting through the group with 12 points after 4 match days is absolutely insane, to be honest. But we did it, and now there are 2 more games to go, and one is against Porto, a home game. We cannot be at Liverpool. We cannot in a home game. What can we do? Say, well, let them play or whatever. We have to see. But and then going to Milan, I've never been there. It's a historical one, so we will show up there as well. So that's the situation. But of course, getting through the group. I'm not sure exactly when was the draw. September or something, or August, I don't know. And when I saw the group, I didn't think and didn't expect that we will be through after 4 games. But the boys did it, and really well deserved.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
In his words, nearly perfect. It's hard to argue with that.
Well, I thought it was perfect. I don't see what more they could have got more goals. But
it's only nearly when you're Jurgen Klopp. Come on, come on.
Well, listen, you know, we had that graphic before. He's in a steam company there with Paisley and Dalglish. These are the kinds of people that these are the circles he's moving in now. I mean, the job he's done at Liverpool is first class. To get through that group there, a difficult group on paper, flying colours, loads of goals, being able to rest players to manage the league as well. You know, it doesn't get much better for Liverpool at the moment.
Let's just talk then about this unbeaten run, because we're all obsessed with wins in football, but this unbeaten run of 25 games, you can compare it to, that is decades ago. That's how hard it is to achieve this. I just wonder what the confidence levels are like in a team when it's been that long since you lost a game of football.
You definitely become bigger. You stand, if you're 5'8", you're 6'2" in the tunnel. Your chest is out. There's a confidence that comes over you as a team. There's an aura And I was fortunate enough to be in change rooms and in tunnels before games where the game almost felt won before you went out onto the pitch. And I'm sure these guys now, there'll be moments where they do feel like that, where they just feel immortal. They just feel like, listen, we can't get beat. There's not a chance. I don't see any threats on their team to hurt us. They can't stop us breaching their defence and scoring goals. And that's an unbelievable place to be. But you want it at the right time as well. It's great now, but you also want something like that and that kind of form and momentum to be carried out throughout the season, but also the critical period, the final hurdles of the season.
Might have been a good thing as well, you know, when Liverpool went through a bit of a wobble, no fans at Anfield, a couple of their big players got injured, literally lost, was it 6 games or something on the spin against a lot of them only okay teams.
6 home games in the Prem last season.
You almost think, and a lot of people at the time thought, wow, is that sort of Liverpool's bubble burst? But I think deep down, everyone was thinking, no, get the fans back, get Van Dijk back, get a few of the big players back. And now they are. They're back. Everything's as it was a year or two ago. So, but there was that little wobble, and I think sometimes it does take, you know, you can get a bit complacent, think it's easy. I think it might have just helped them, that, losing.
I think it would have hurt a few.
Exactly.
It would have hurt a few's pride. It's like someone like Trent Alexander-Arnold. All he knew about was coming in and winning at Liverpool. He's always known as being a success at that club, and just he's a European Cup winner. He's a Champions League winner. He's won the league. Quick, early part of his career. He doesn't understand losing yet. Has a season of that, and all of a sudden, ego takes a bit of a shattering, which is normal. And there'll be loads of it. That'd have been like a domino effect through the squad. But that then rejigs, as reconfigure. Okay, we're here. There's a shift now. Back, the mentality's back on to go again and win, and it shows the culture that he's got at that club is the right one.
Should we hear from him?
Love to.
All right, here he is. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold talking to Des.
Trent, a very satisfying night for you, Tim.
Yeah, it was an important one for us. You know, every game's important, but we've stuck to our game plan. You know, the game's obviously changed. They went down to 10 men. We've scored 2 kind of early goals. Fairly similar start to the game in Madrid. You know, we go 2 up, and then we've obviously learnt our lesson from where that game went. 2 up on the weekend against Brighton as well. You know, been 2 up couple games now, but we were able to see it through. We dominated the game.
Yeah, it was a smart performance. It was a clever performance. You were very calm in certain situations because Atletico like to draw you into a battle.
Yeah, and we knew that. You know, going into the game, you know what kind of team they are. They wanna suck you into their way of playing. You know, the rough team. But we've stuck to what we're good at. Kept the ball, moved it quickly, and created opportunities. And yeah, we scored two really good goals.
Yeah, your manager's very happy with your 2 assists this evening. So, but your role is evolving a little bit as well, because sometimes you're coming inside as well. But today, you stuck wide.
Yeah, you know, I think me and Mo have got a really good understanding at the minute. Things are flowing quite naturally, and obviously Hendo, you know, pushing forward up the pitch today, playing number 8 with Fab back in the team was a big help for us. And, you know, we're told just to be flexible. There's no set positions, move, create confusion for the opposition, and that's what we've done. And try and get on the ball and create things. And I think with the form that our front players are in, it's about getting service into them. So that's what I've done today.
Absolutely right. Thanks, Trent.
Thank you.
He's a man in form. Liverpool are back. He's back. Listen, we're going to talk about this on Champions League tonight, but you're not going to be with us, Peter, so you can discuss it now. Trent Alexander-Arnold and his situation with England. Is he your first choice right back?
Yeah, he is. I mean, it's easy for me to say that after a performance like he's put in tonight, but I just think his qualities going forward are so great. I just think that he causes trouble. His delivery is incredible. I love Reece James. I think he's an incredible talent. I think we've got lots of fantastic right-backs, but for me, Trent is the best. I think he should play.
Save your answers for the next show. And by the way, if you want to join us for that, it's Champions League tonight coming your way. 10:30 in just a few minutes' time. In fact, any minute now. And we're going to show you all the goals before 11 o'clock, and then we'll chat on until 11:30. I just want to talk about mentality in Liverpool for a second, because whether it's someone like that struggling for form and then coming back and playing the way he is, or whether it's every time this season they drop points. 4 times they've drawn games, 4 times they've won the match after. That tells us a lot.
That's what champions do. That's what the best players. That's, you know, I've been fortunate enough to play for a few different clubs, and honestly, you can see it. Different cultures at different clubs. Some teams are happy to win a game. That bumps you up 2 or 3 places, and all of a sudden, we're not sort of flirting with relegation, or we're quite happy in 5th or 6th or whatever it might be. And then you go through the door at some of the big clubs with big players, and you just realise every day is like a battle. Every day is a war on the training pitch, 5-a-sides. Like people are coming in covered in blood and fighting and arguing. And it's like, but that's what you need to be. You have to be so strong mentally to continue to win. It's just, it's all in the mind. That's where the players are different, because they're stronger mentally. That's what makes the difference between an average and a great player.
Brilliant. Just to let you know that we're not just about the Champions League here on BT Sport. We've also got plenty more football coming your way. What did we say? There might be a bit of needle in this game, and so it has proved. It's been a really good game, and Liverpool have looked excellent.
They've been formidable. I mean, the Anfield factor we were talking about here during the first half plays a part, especially in the Champions League. But the first half, for me, the intensity levels have been high, but
and
Trent Alexander-Arnold, the quality from wide areas, which has never been in question with him, was there for all to see today. Exquisite balls into the box for people just to finish off.
That right-hand side is a real brilliant point for Liverpool. Always is. It's normally Henderson in that position, actually, that Trent's in, and it gets rolled back, and he hits a great ball like that. But Trent is just, I mean, he's unbelievable. You can see already he's looking at the space, looking what's on. And then when the ball gets rolled back, he just knows exactly what to do. And I spoke before the game about Jota and how he likes getting in the 6-yard box nowadays as well. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's a typical Liverpool goal, that one. They've been brilliant this first half.
If you look at the three defenders there as well, they were set up in the right position. They switched off for half a second, and Trent's ball was just fantastic, and a great header from Jota. Mane for this goal was special. Strength, awareness, ability, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure if it's a shot or a cross, but because it's Trent, I feel like you have to give him the benefit of the doubt, because he's got that in his locker, but we did feel it was a shot and a great reaction from Mane.
Mane's just he's a nightmare for defenders to play against. Awful. He's got everything in his locker. He can outstrength you, he can outpace you, he's got guile, quick feet, he's got it all. I love watching him play.
From the sublime, though, to the ridiculous, there was a period where all four of us were sitting here wondering, what is that red card for? We can join Peter Walter now, who's part of our team this evening. And look, Peter, I suppose you actually think that there are numerous reasons why this may well be a straight red. And it's been confirmed from Anfield in the last couple of minutes that it is a straight red. There was no question of 2 yellows. So what do you think's gone on?
Well, if you look at the initial challenge itself, the player, Felipe, could have gone for violent conduct. The ball is not in playing distance, and he's gone beyond Mane and just basically kicked him as you go through here, there. Now, the referee sees that, says to Terry, hold on a moment, let's just make sure. Felipe, in the meantime, is going off. He knows he's going to receive disciplinary action, and the referee's given him every opportunity, calling him 2 or 3 times to come over to him. He doesn't bother. Is he showing there some kind of disrespect towards the referee? Is he showing an insulting gesture? And if that's the case, he can also be sent off for the insulting gesture of not going towards Danny McAlady when called through. So we'll wait and see. It could well be for the violent conduct of the actual challenge, or it could be for the way he's insulted the referee.
What's your gut feeling then? Because Danny McAlady's really experienced. He's been in a Europa League final, refed at Euro 2020. He took charge of that England game, didn't he, where he gave the penalty to England. Do you think that really what he was thinking here was yellow card for the tackle, yellow card for the dissent, which is a red, or something else?
Well, actually, on reviewing the challenge again, you know, the challenge is actually quite forceful. The ball is not in playing distance at all. I wouldn't be surprised if actual fact that the referee has made his mind up to give him a red card on the sanction of that violent conduct action. Thanks,
Peter. You said the same, actually. You said you didn't like the look of the tackle.
I didn't like the look of the tackle, and I thought it was sort of in between a yellow and a red. I think the referee was going to give him a yellow, though, because he seemed calm in his demeanour. And I thought he was just calling him over, and then... But then I think all of a sudden, when he didn't, he thought, right, all right, you're going to play that game, I'm going to give you it, because he was probably borderline anyway. But I do think he was going to give him a yellow until he didn't walk towards him.